Hi students, welcome to Python Programming Lab course. I am Dr. K. Varada Rajkumar, Associate Professor, Department of CSC, AIML, MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. In this session, we will see how to use strings in Python and how to perform different operations on strings in Python. Overview of the presentation. So first we see introduction to strings. So after that we see how to create strings in Python. Then we see accessing string elements in Python, and we see string slicing, and finally we will see different string operations in Python. Outcome of this lecture: at the end of this lecture, you all are able to understand how to create, access and manipulate strings in Python using different techniques, and apply string concepts, string operations to real world text processing and problem solving scenarios. Introduction to strings. So what is a string? A string is a sequence of characters enclosed within a quotes. So for example, I create a string yes equals to MLR. Now if I give this sequence of characters in a quotes, then we call this as a string in Python. So importance of strings in Python. So used for storing and manipulating text data. For example, your name, that's just text. Widely used in real world applications like data processing, web development and machine learning. Characteristics of strings. In Python, strings are immutable. Immutable means if I create a string like this, yes equals to MLR. So furtherly we are not able to modify this string. So for example, this is the M, I want to replace with small m. That is not possible in Python. Why? In Python, strings are immutable. Strings can contain letters, numbers, special characters and even spaces. So for example, yes equals to MLR Institute of Technology. Okay, here I am giving spaces. Now you can create strings with spaces also. Okay, strings in Python are indexed both positive and negative indexing. So positive and negative. How? So S equals to MLR IT. Now, so this is the string MLRIT. The indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, negative indexing means the last character is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. If I print S of 0, it prints M. If I print S of -5, then also it prints M. S of -1, it prints last character, that is T. S of 2 means it prints R. S of -3, it prints R. Okay. In Python, we access the strings using both positive and negative indexing. Okay. So let us see some examples. So here I want to declare S equals to MLR IT. Now if I print yes, it prints MLR IT. What is the type of yes? Type of yes is str, string. Okay. Now I want to print S of 0. S of 0. Now it print M. Similarly, negative indexing S of -5. M. Print S of -1. So last character T. now I want to try to change the content of string s. So print s of 0. So it prints m. Now I try to modify this s of 0 with small m. Okay. Now it displays a message, error message, string object does not support item assignment. Why? String is immutable. So creating strings in Python we create strings in multiple ways. So one is using single quotation, another one is double quotation, and third one is either use triple single quotations or triple double quotations. Okay, let us see one by one. So for example, I want to declare a variable s equals to MLRIT. Now this MLRIT I define in single quotation, or s equals to MLRIT in double quotation, or use this triple quotation also MLRIT. So normally we use this triple quotation for multi-line strings. So for example, if I give MLR in first line, IT in second line, then we use triple quotation. So normally we use these triple quotes for documentation purpose. Okay, so now why we have two types, single and double, means for example I want to print MLRIT in single quotation, then how I define double quotation, single quotation, MLRIT, single quotation close, double quotation close. Now it prints MLRIT in single quotation. Now I want to print the MLRIT in double quotation, then start with single quotation, double quotation, write MLRIT, then double quotation close, single quotation close. So let us see. So s equals to single quotation, I am writing MLRIT. Now print yes MLRIT. In the same way, s1 equals to double quotation MLRIT, print s1 MLRIT. Now I want to print MLRIT in single quotation. How? s3 equals to single, I am trying with the double quotation, MLRIT, double quotation close. If I press enter, you will get the error. So how we overcome this means s3 equals to start with single quotation, then open double quotation, MLRIT, double quotation close, single quotation, enter. Now if I print s3, now that is in double quotation. Okay, similarly s4 equals to double quotation, in single quotation I am writing MLRIT. Now if I print s4, okay, MLRIT in single quotation. Now I want to assign the string in multiple lines, then use triple quotation, MLR, new line, IT, close. That's it. If I print s5, now display MLRIT, 2 lines. Okay, that means if the string is in multiple lines, then use triple quotes, otherwise you use single quotation or double quotation. Okay, so next is string slicing. So now string slicing means, for example, if I take a variable s equals to engineering, okay, now I want to extract substring from this string. Now I can extract the substring. How? Means by using the slicing operator. This we call as a slicing operator. Okay, here I am going to use 2 columns. Now in first part you specify the starting index. Okay, for example, if I want to get the values from here to here, then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now starting is 2, ending is 8 plus 1. So you consider as 9. So this is for step. This is optional. So now if you extract 2 to 9, you will get the answer as a GINEERI. Okay. Now if you specify step, for example here I specify step as a 2, then it generates a substring with G, step is 2. So N, E and I. This is the output. Here in this case step is 2. So previously by default step is 1. So let us see. S equals to engineering. Okay. Print S of. Okay, this is the slicing operator. Specify column. So for example starting is 2, ending is 9. Now it display GINEERI. Now if we specify step here, print S of 2 colon 9 colon 2. Okay, now it display GNEI. Okay, so this is about slicing. So now we see different string operations available in Python. So these string operations we are going to use in many coding problems. Let us see one by one. So these are the different string operations available in Python. Now here I am taking two variables. One is str1, another one is str2. str1 is initialized with Murray Lakshman Reddy. str2 is initialized with Institute of Technology. Now if I print string 1, what is the output? It prints Murray Lakshman Reddy as a output. If I print string 2 here, it prints Institute of Technology as a output. So now we see one string operation, that is a concatenation plus operator. Okay. So this plus operator we use to concatenate two strings. Here one string is string 1, another one is string 2. So Murray Lakshman Reddy Institute of Technology. How I can concatenate? By using plus operator. Okay, now the resultant string I am going to store in concatenated. So concatenated is a variable name. Okay, now the concatenated variable contains Murray Lakshman Reddy Institute of Technology. Okay, now another function is length. This function we use in many problems frequently. The length function is used to find length of a string. Now here, so this is the Murray Lakshman Reddy Institute of Technology. The length is 42. Now here we are going to print that length 42. Okay. So which function we are going to use to find the length of a string? Length function. Okay. Next, string slicing. Already we discussed about this string, and here we mentioned as a colon 5. That means the initial value is 0 to 5. That means 4. That means here MARRI. So this is the output. String case conversions. So string case conversions means the conversion from uppercase to lowercase, or sometimes we convert the string into title. So title means, for example here M, first letter in all the words, or capital. So Murray, M is capital. Title means Lakshman, L is capital, R. In Reddy, R is capital. Okay. So this is about string case conversions. Use upper function, convert the string into uppercase. Lower method we use to convert the string into lowercase. Okay. Next, searching in a string. To search a substring in a string, we use an operator known as in. This is very important operator in Python. So this operator we use in many programs. Here substring institute. Okay. Now I want to check this institute is a substring in the string or not. Here I am considering string as a concatenated. That means so Murray Lakshman Reddy Institute of Technology. Now in that string I want to check that this substring institute is available or not. How means simple, substring in concatenated. Now this is the in operator we use to find a substring is in a string or not. Okay, so now if it is true, then it prints this message, institute found in the string at index. Now this find method will return the first occurrence of the substring. So for example, in this case MLR IT 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I want to find that RI is available or not. Now if I give the, so for example this is the N, S dot find, what's the substring? RI. Now it returns 2 here. Okay, 2 is a index. Now if it is not available, then it prints not found in the string. Now we see string replacement. Now here I want to replace Marri Lakshman Reddy as MLR. Okay, now here you observe the strings are immutable. That means that the existing string we cannot modify. New string will be created. Okay, here another string replaced string that is created. Okay, so splitting and joining. Splitting means, so for example I want to divide the words available in a string. For that we are going to apply split function. Now here in our case the concatenated variable contains Marri Lakshman Reddy Institute of Technology. Now I want to split. Now here I am not specifying anything. So if the space is encountered, then that is that word will be splitted and stored in a variable called words. Here words means this is a list here. Okay, now in this Marri is one entry, Lakshman Reddy Institute of Technology. Now so these are the words stored in a variable called as, so these words are stored in a variable called words. This is the list actually. Okay, so these words are list. Now I want to join all these words with hyphen. That means M Marri hyphen Lakshman hyphen Reddy hyphen Institute hyphen of hyphen Technology. Okay, now we are printing that. That's it. Join means here you specify a character. By using this character it will join. If you are not specifying anything, just simply you are giving the double quotation, then no space. If you give space, then it joins these words with space. Okay, so next, removing white spaces. If you observe, this is the string Marri Lakshman Reddy have spaces in right side, left side. Okay, now I want to remove these spaces. Then I am going to use strip function. Strip. Okay, to remove left side spaces I use L strip. To remove spaces in right side I use R strip. Okay, so this REPR, this function method, we use it to represent a object in string. Now it prints the entire Marri Lakshman Reddy in single quotation. Okay, if you print directly, then print spaces Marri Lakshman Reddy and space. Now here strip, that means it removes the right and left side spaces. L strip means it removes only left side spaces. R strip means it removes only right side spaces. So next, checking start and end of the string. Now I want to check that a string starts with Marri or not. Then I am going to use the function starts with. Similarly, to check ends with, I use the function ends with. If it is true, then it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. Okay. Next, counting occurrences of a character. I want to count A how many times encountered in a string. Then use count function, count. Okay. Checking if string is numeric or alphanumeric. Now this is the string we have. If the string is numeric or not, how we find this? Is digit function. Is digit will return either true or false. If all the characters are numbers, then it returns true. Otherwise it returns false. Similarly, alphabetic. How we can check? Is alpha. If all the characters are alphabetic, then it returns true. Otherwise it returns false. Okay. Similarly, we have another function is alphabetic numeric. That means the character may be alphabet or numeric. So for example, in this case, hello 1 2 3. It's a combination of both alphabetic and number. So it contains either alphabets or numbers, then it returns true. Otherwise it returns false. Reverse a string. Now we can reverse a string using in two ways. One is string slicing. If you simply, what is the string slicing? Start, stop, step. Okay. In this, if you specify the step as a -1, then it display string in reverse order. So for example, if I give MLR IT as an input, if I print colon -1, then it prints TIRLM. Okay, this is the output. And we have another function called reversed. By using this function also, we are going to find the reverse of a string. Now here reverse, here I am specifying a variable, for example MLR. Now this will assign to a variable yes using join function. Now here actually this reverse function will return an object. So we combine those characters with join function. Okay. Here also if I print this as, we get the same result, TIRLM. Okay. Now another function is capitalizing the first character of a string. I want to print the first character of a string in capital. Then I use capitalize function. Now for example, MLR IT. Now M is small. Then if I use this capitalize, then it prints M in capital letter. Okay. Swapping case of string. Now swapping case, if I giving M in capital, LR IT in small. Now swapping means M in small, L R IT in capital. So for that we use a function swap case. So next, finding the index of a character. Now I want to find the index of a character in a string. Now MLR IT, I want to find the index of T. Then I specify T here. Okay. Then it returns the index. What is index here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is output. Okay. So next, checking if string is uppercase or lowercase. If I am giving the string in uppercase, how we know that? Means is upper function. If all the characters are capital letters, uppercase, then it returns true. If the input is like this, then it returns false. Similarly, to know, check whether it is in lowercase or not, we use the function is lower. Okay. So next, so finding maximum and minimum characters in a string. Now here, engineering, consider engineering. I want to find the maximum and minimum characters in a string. So each character will associated with a ASCII value. These are the ASCII values of characters. So E69, E101, G103, I105, N110 or 114. So now, what is the maximum character in string? The maximum character is R here. So it prints R as output. Similarly, minimum, the minimum ASCII value is 69. capital E. So it prints E as a output. And earlier we discussed about this triple quotation. These triple quotes we use for documentation purpose. Now here I am specifying, I am using this as a documentation for this program. So these are the different operations available in Python. We have many more operations. These are the some operations. These operations will very much helpful while you are solving coding problems. So coming to summary of this session. In this session, we explored strings in Python, how to create strings in Python, how to manipulate, and the string means string is a sequence of characters that can be created using single quotation, double quotation, or triple quotes. Okay, so strings are immutable, meaning they cannot be modified. So we can access the string elements using indexing, so both positive and negative, and extract substring using string slicing. Okay, string slicing means square brackets, colon, in specify start and stop. The step is optional. And we discussed various string operations like concatenation, so length, so case conversions, and count, find, okay, in operator. So these operations we used in solving real-time problems like text processing, data validation, and information retrieval. So this is about this session. So thank you all. We will meet in next session.